In the skies over the Pacific, the Boeing B-29 Superfortress roared as the ultimate expression of American strategic air power. With its pressurized cabin, advanced fire control system, and enormous range, the B-29 became a technological symbol of long-range domination. It was the only bomber of World War II capable of reaching Japan from the Mariana Islands, dropping destruction with impunity. Now imagine if Nazi Germany had possessed a similar weapon. This was the dream behind the Messerschmitt Me-264, a sleek, long-range strategic bomber designed to be the Luftwaffe's B-29 equivalent, Germany's hope for intercontinental bombing capability. But unlike the B-29, which was mass-produced and battlefield-proven, the Me-264 remained a what-if in aviation history. The B-29 was a marvel of mass production and combat engineering. With a maximum range exceeding 9,000 kilometers, it could strike deep targets with precision. It featured remote-controlled turrets, pressurized crew compartments, and a payload capacity of 20,000 pounds, far beyond any Luftwaffe aircraft. The Me-264, by contrast, was envisioned as the America bomber, capable of bombing New York City from bases in Europe. It had a projected range of about 15,000 kilometers unarmed, but with combat payloads, it dropped to about 12,000 kilometers, still formidable. It was a sleek and modern, with a wingspan of over 43 meters and 4 radial engines. However, it lacked key technologies like a pressurized cabin or remote gun turrets and remained in the prototype stage. The B-29 was not just a concept. It flew, fought, and won. The Me-264 was a promise that never left the testing phase. Germany's other primarily heavy bomber during the war, the Heinkel 177, was plagued by compromises. In a misguided attempt to fulfill multiple roles, including dive bombing, it was equipped with twinned engines to reduce drag, resulting in chronic overheating and mechanical failure. Its range was about 6,000 kilometers, and it could carry roughly 13,000 pounds of bombs. But in practice, its reliability was poor, and it never filled the strategic bomber role effectively. The Me-264, in comparison, was a more honest design, a purpose-built strategic bomber and not a compromise. It was more aerodynamically clean, easier to service, and had greater range potential. Had it reached operational status, the Me-264 could have rendered the Heinkel 177 obsolete. A squadron of Me-264s could have changed Allied strategic planning significantly. With the ability to strike at cities like New York, Washington, D.C., or Soviet industrial centers beyond the Ural Mountain, even occasional raids could have forced a diversion of Allied resources. Civilian morale in the US would have shaken by even symbolic attacks on American soil. More critically, supply routes, shipyards, and industrial hubs could have been threatened from unexpected directions. Love diving deeper into military history? This video is supported by my YouTube members who get exclusive videos weekly, not available anywhere else for their kind support. You can join their ranks easily. Just hit the join button now to get the exclusive videos and much more. Thank you for supporting me. I couldn't be doing it without your help. If you want to know more about Germany's panzer tactics, check out my ebook in the description. From a tactical standpoint, the Me-264 would still have faced immense challenges. Long and vulnerable flight path, lack of escort fighters, and limited payload compared to the B-29. Allied radar, interceptors, and growing air superiority would have made survival rates low. But the psychological and strategic shock of transatlantic bombing raids would have been priceless propaganda and potentially altered political decisions. Imagine one Me-264 bombing on oil refinery in New Jersey captured on film. Propaganda gold for Goebbels and a sudden national security concern for the US president. Even within the European theater, the Me-264s used against British targets striking from deep in German-controlled territory could have extended the Blitz or targeted the Allies' D-Day logistics. But to truly have made a difference, more than just one group would have been necessary. Strategic bombing is a war of attrition, not single blows. The Me-264 might have opened the door, but it would need an industrial base and political commitment that Germany lacked by the mid-1940s. The Me-264 remains one of the Luftwaffe's most fascinating what-ifs, a machine that embodied Germany's ambition for global reach but was grounded by logistical limits, inter-service rivalry, and the crushing weight of Allied dominance. While the B-29 helped end the war with the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Me-264 never got the chance to fly beyond testing grounds. Had it entered service, even in small numbers, the strategic calculus of World War II might have taken a darker and more complex turn. In the end, the Me-264 was not a failure of design, it was a failure of timing, resources, and strategy. A ghost plane of the Luftwaffe, whispering of what might have been. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.